and continue. We're on. Hello.
Oh.
Hi,
Hello.
everyone.
Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you find us.
I kept all that background stuff. Because
Great,
that's what
yes,
people
good
like to
content.
see is like
Yeah.
behind the
So,
curtains.
I want to see how the sausage is made.
Again,
Isn't that pretty?
All content for Patreon.
Yeah, this is pretty. Yeah. £20 a month, and you can have all of that.
Wow. A bargain, some might say.
Quack.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
I feel
Everyone.
I feel untethered by the lack of intro. We forgot to spin for it last time.
Yeah, got to spit for intro.
Nah,
I think
it was just
I feel
so
like
good.
it's because like everyone had like a task last time that we just sort of like kind of like threw it to the subway side because we're gonna tackle these last two episodes as a whole, as a sort of like kind of like a collective. So this time round it was you, Phil, and you, Luke, but that has mistakenly been labelled as Adam for some reason. So I'm gonna take the writer indicator off Adam and I'll give it back to Luke. So it was you two. How did you guys find it?
Sausage.
How did you find the writing process?
Yeah, really good, Luke. I don't know about you. It was all right, wasn't it? We had a jolly old time. Yeah,
We had a chat. We seemed to be on the same page about virtually everything.
Yeah, we did. It was came together pretty well. We sort of just had a chat, kind of bullet pointed it a bit, and then it kind of came together, didn't it? And we kept throwing the scripts back and forth rather than writing it together. We just kind of threw the script back and forward, and I'd write something, and then Luke could polish it up and add a few bits and tweak things. And I think we've got something to share with you tonight, anyway. So that's the objective.
It feels like a natural progression, doesn't it, Philip?
Yeah. Say again, Luke.
Feels like a natural progression. We've not done anything.
No, we'll let that be judged. I mean,
yeah, I suppose so.
There is that slight problematic sequence, but we'll get to that.
There's another sex scene, boys. Get ready.
I'm into it.
Burge, how's your loud grunting?
We all know it's great, Phil.
It's great. Yeah. Love it.
Polished.
Yeah. Well seasoned. It's good to know. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll get into it after we've actually read it. But because you guys are supposed to be kind of wrapping things up a little bit next time. Is that the plan?
I mean, I thought it was going to be three of us, if I'm honest.
You feeling shunned?
Yeah. No,
it's just the two of you. You've got 4 days. Also, Yolla's fault.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. I have literally shat the bed so hard on this one. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. But in all fairness to me, I made other plans because you guys didn't speak words of it on Thursday. So I thought, okay, it's fair.
We were sticking to the schedule.
I mean, you could have checked in.
You could have checked in. You could have said, script's going great,
Yolla.
Here's my theory. Script was not going great on Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon it was
7:27 on Thursday evening.
Thank you, actually.
Exactly. Right.
Moments before we were due to go on.
So are we doing this thing?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't think there's anything else to cover unless you guys want to have any. Oh, you want to do a quick recap?
Yeah. Where are we up to? What are we doing again?
Haulers. We have a ragtag group of spacefaring haulers who normally haul mined rocks and things, but they have been given a special commission by an evil crime syndicate boss named Borad. And they are hot on their heels was a bounty hunter named Vex Russo. And I think... Yeah, they've adopted strays along the way, but in the last episode, it all came to a head in a petrol space station, where the beast that Borod had put in their ship got loose, and through some mix-up or another, they have now acquired Vex Russo's daughter, and Vex Russo has acquired the Gion Sphere. I think that's the last... we left.
Yeah.
For more context, watch all the show episodes, please.
It's 15 pages now. It's a lot easier to pass these days. But yeah, I think that's a nice little summary, is it not?
Yeah, but what's the debonair up to at the moment?
Well, just wait for page 7 to find out.
We will see.
The Gregonaire.
Yeah, I think that about sums it. It's like kind of our like foray into sci-fi this time around. Luke's foray into sci-fi, we should say, and we've sort of gone for a different
Our
model.
foray.
Our foray. We've gone for a little different model this time, where it's like short, rapid, 15 pages, and the idea is that this one's going to turn out into a bit more movie-esque product as opposed to like a TV-esque show that we used to do with our 30-page scripts. And I quite like it. I feel like it's quite dynamic and fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing
It's got no time travel, so.
And it's definitely
No,
less
yet.
daunting to write as well, isn't it? Kind of, if you feel like you can tackle 15
I do
pages.
think 50 pages is really nice, sort of like sweet spot, 100%.
It's been quite interesting this time doing it as a collaboration. It felt safer having someone to collaborate with. Hopefully you guys will find that as well. It's kind of bouncing ideas without just kind of vomiting on the page so much. It was it was all right. So the script is going to be shit, but it's just a little two-way jerk, I suppose, wasn't it? Like a little circle jerk. It was just like, yeah, this is great. We are so fucking good.
Yeah.
Such a good writer. Should we get into it?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, Luke, hit the sound effects.
Yeah, sound effect now. Very nice, very nice.
He's always got one loaded.
Absolutely, man of many sounds. Luke Williams. Okay, after you boys.
Luke.
Haulers 6, written by Luke Williams and Philip Roberts. The beast collapses in a lifeless heap, its fury extinguished as silence settles over the space station, interrupted only by the engines of the axial tilt bursting into life. No, 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 no! Vex sprints towards the doors of the axial tilt. As he's feet away, the ship careens off, flying into the distance. No! Vex rushes back to his ship. Cut to interior, axial tilt, same time. Winnie slams her forearms against the ship's airlock as they take off.
Dad, no, Dad.
Philo, Sato, and Greg look to one another uneasily. Greg carefully approaches Winnie.
Listen, kid.
With expert agility, Winnie flips backwards, landing on Greg's shoulders. Her forearms clutch tightly to his neck.
What have you done? What have you done?
Greg flounders around, unable to loosen her grip.
Well,
Sato and Philo come to his aid.
Whoa, girl, calm down.
Yield your grip. He meant you no harm.
With some difficulty, they're able to pry Winnie off Greg.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you all. Girl packs a punch.
Please, young miss, calm.
Philo reaches out, a pink light emanating from her hand. The gesture magically soothes Winnie's temperament. Greg gets up, clutching his neck.
some thanks I get.
Thanks.
The magic wanes. Winnie leaps in Greg's direction, enraged once more. She punches and kicks at him. Sato again leaps to his aid. In the midst of the fracas, something dawns on Philo.
Hold on. Where's the giant sphere? So I just thought I'd try something new.
That's nice. I love it.
Whoa.
What is the deal with giants?
Cut to interior, fallen chimera, same time. Vex Russo slams himself into the pilot seat, his movements sharp and furious as he flicks a series of switches on the console. With a growl of frustration, he pulls the grey screen from the folds of his cloak and sets it on his lap. The screen comes alive, displaying a rapidly shifting set of coordinates. The signal from the tracker Winnie had slipped into Greg's pocket. Without hesitation, his ship detaches from the space station. His engines roaring, it veers sharply into pursuit of the axial tilt. I'll kill them. I will rip their peachy skin from their brittle bones. Suddenly, his audio holes are perked up by something in his periphery. He turns on his heels and points a gun behind him. Reveal yourself. A floating translucent sphere hovers within his ship.
Pressing circumstances. Please place recovery holodisk into holodisk receptacle. Holodisk receptacle.
Oh, hell, Tash. But suddenly,
Which brings us to us. Quick note: Luke is going to be doing Winnie for this episode.
I'll be playing the role of Winnie.
Interior: ship's brig, aka cleaning closet. P, that's me. Winnie paces the tight confines of a cleaning closet aboard the axial tilt. The repurposed closet is acting as a makeshift brig. There's a single flickering light overhead, and the air is thick with the smell of cleaning chemicals and discarded plasma packs. Her face is a mix of fury and worry as she glances at the door periodically. Interior: ship's bridge. The
Sorry,
crew
Phil.
recover. Yep.
Could you say P, that's me, every time?
Sorry, yeah, of course. Interior: ship's bridge. P, that's me. The crew are recovering from their scrap of Ritterhold. Greg and Sato are nursing their bruises. K11 is applying a bandage to Greg's arm.
Ow, 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 ow.
Please hold it steady, sir. A minor sprain requires a degree of applied pressure.
Minor sprain? It's broken.
Greg whimpers. K11 does a quick scan.
I can assure you there are no fractures present. I anticipate minimal bruising, and symptoms should subside within 36 hours.
Oh, what do you know? I'm in agony over here.
Strange. Scans indicate you should be experiencing pain equivalent to a scraped knee or a classic boo-boo.
Greg scoffs. Sato, who's nursing his own swollen eye, chimes in. Oh, little Greggy got a boo-boo. Pathetic.
Well, that was useful at least.
Useful? Yeah, as much as Crayblock's fifth nipple.
Well, she got her feelings out, didn't she? She might have lost her dad.
There's a long pause between the two. That's fair. I guess you don't really see the trauma until it sees you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, with your father. Greg is completely caught off guard. Sorry.
I believe we said we weren't going to talk about that.
You never want to talk about it. The two bicker back and forth.
Friends, this is only the second time you've been bested in direct combat by a human infant, and I must say, excellent job. But next time, do try to land some hits.
Yeah, great job, guys. Speaking of, I should probably go check on her, make sure she's all right.
Where's this come from? Acknowledge, Miss Fujiwara.
Philo stops in her tracks, her eyes sharply boring into K11's pixelated digital screen. After a long and uneasy moment, across K11's face screen displays the shushing emoji. Philo slowly leaves the bridge looking unsure, the other two still seething. Be easy, we just eject her out the cargo bay. We got bigger problems. Borad's cargo, or lack thereof.
Yeah, I mean, we could just deliver the crate, patch it up a bit, get it signed for, then shoot off. It's not our fault it happens to have escaped. Bad job on the packing department side, if anything. If anything, Borad should be thanking us for highlighting technical issues in his operation.
Yeah, somehow I don't think he's going to see it that way.
Ah, well, that seems like a problem for future us. K11, continue course for Vorugel 6.
Affirmative, sir. We're not far from orbit now.
Actually, Luke, I'll do these descriptions because it's quite heavy on Winnie, isn't it? So I'll do this one.
Okay.
So, sorry. Interior ship's brig, cleaning closet. L. Wait, that's not me. Winnie stands as Philo enters, knocking what looks like a highly futuristic mop to one side, stepping what seems to be several bunches of loose wires that have been poorly hidden behind the door. Winnie's silent at first and stares down, looking conflicted.
How you holding up?
Great. I love being locked up. Oh, she's Southern Belle, isn't she?
Yeah.
Both would do you?
I love being locked up.
Must be frustrating. Sorry about your dad.
No, you're not.
Well, I am. I know what it's like.
No, you don't.
There is a moment of contemplative stillness.
Well, sorry for my part. I wish we had more choice.
He reads it as written.
Wow.
That's how it is in the game.
Sorry. Lead into it, folks.
It's not ideal, but at this point we just we just want to help you.
She rolls her eyes at the a juxtaposition of just covering her face. Wait, what?
Philo.
No, still Philo, sorry.
Yeah. Look, we have a mission to finish, such as it is. Then we can take you wherever you need to go.
When he raises her eyebrows and smiles indifferently.
Where do you live? Is your mother around?
When his face drops further, she looks down again.
No, it's just me and my dad.
Sorry to hear that.
Forget it. But listen.
Her whole demeanour seems to wake up and she smiles as she speaks, a seriousness in her eyes.
We are going back, okay?
I'm really sorry, Winnie, but there's no way anyone in the way of that thing survived. Like I said, I know what it's like to lose someone.
I didn't lose anyone. My dad is fine. I know it.
You seem really sure of that. Was he... I mean, is he a soldier or something?
Winnie squints her eyes, thinking for a moment, not wanting to reveal too much.
Or something.
That's the name of the show.
He must be really tough. That must be where you get it from. I guess you've had to travel a lot.
Maybe.
I was a soldier for a while, before joining the Galpol. It's a difficult life.
Wait, you're a cop? Why are you flying around with those idiots?
Well, promise not to tell anyone, but I'm on a secret assignment at the moment, and those guys can help me. And hey, they're not so bad. Greg bought you a Zappies, remember? Can't be too bad.
I suppose.
Philo pulls out her blaster to show Winnie.
Seen one of these before?
Winnie inspects the weapon, stopping her hands instinctively reaching for it.
A plasma reaver.
She catches herself from being too emotive, remembering her dad's tutelage.
They're okay. Wait, are those iron lances?
Good eye.
Philo looks a little taken aback.
Yeah. Galpol standard. You seem to know a lot about firearms.
It's like I said, soldier family. I get time to read a lot.
You're a smart one. Let me make you a deal. If you can keep you cool with the other guys, I can let you out. And I promise we'll help you look for your dad just as soon as we've finished our drop.
Winnie contemplates pacing her makeshift cell.
Okay, sure beats being locked up in this dump.
Interior, ship's bridge. B, that's still me. Sato and Greg slumped on their chairs, looking despondent as Philo and Winnie walk in.
Demon child!
What is she doing out? Winnie's smirking. Philo attempts to defuse the situation.
It's okay, we've talked things through. Winnie, do you have anything to say to them?
Yeah, Greg, you have the strength of a 7-year-old, and, not a very strong 7-year-old.
Greg, facing a hard truth, goes to stand, but Philo emphatically gestures for him to stay.
No, it's not quite what we discussed, is it?
Oh, fine. Look, I'm sorry I roughed you up. I was worried about my dad, and thanks for the Zappies. That was real nice of you.
Greg looks up again.
That's okay, and sorry about your old man.
My dad is fine. And Philo says we can go look for him just as soon as you finish your mission.
Does she now? Philo crosses her arms.
She does. Winnie's agreed to help us out a little in the meantime. We could use the extra eyes. Blortosh knows what's waiting for us on Vorugel. We don't even have anything to deliver.
Greg waves dismissively.
That's all under control. We have a plan.
You call taking up a broken, empty box a plan. Before he can answer, K11 appears.
We're about to enter orbit now, friends. Perhaps some assistance in the cockpit would be prudent.
Sato and Greg begin to follow K11 to the cockpit while Philo and Willie follow behind.
Now, Winnie, when we get to the cockpit, please don't touch anything. This is a really delicate piece of machinery. A masterpiece, if you will.
Are you kidding? This rust bucket?
It's not rusty. This is a state-of-the-art piece of technology, fresh off the factory floors of Caspar.
I take it you're not kidding. Greg, my man, this ship is old.
What do you know? You're 12.
The axial tilt, you said? Coring class hauler. Length's about 60 meters. Beam, maybe 20 standard cargo specs. Ion thrust engines with dual core plasma inducers. But modded, I think. Did I see the extended stabilizers? And those weren't stock sublight exhausts, were they? Probably pushing, 80 galactic cycles old? Bet it's got reinforced shielding to haul in the outer rim.
Greg suddenly looks extremely proud.
That's right.
Exterior, Vorugel 6. L. Oh, well. A planet hangs in the void. A mosaic of muted greens and browns. Its sprawling landmasses veined with sluggish, glistening rivers and oceans, and boasting a rich organic life within. Swirling clouds cling stubbornly to the atmosphere, their patterns disrupted by occasional bursts of colour as small auroras dance like fractured rainbows over the poles. Interior, Vorugel 6, processing office. well. Oh, well. Sorry. We see a sleek minimalist office with clean white walls and a uniform array of tables. Each desk is manned with identical looking aliens, tall and slender with wiry limbs and translucent glowing skin. They all wear matching smart black uniforms and operate large tablet screens. A beeping sound emanates from one of the screens, indicating an incoming call. One of the operators, Zyla, presses the screen and talks into his headset. A muffled sound comes from the tablet. Zyla realizes something and presses the screen again.
Sorry about that. Seems my translator was off. Pan-Galactic Logistics, Steve speaking. How can I be of assistance?
A colleague, Jax Zon, approaches the desk to observe the conversation. He looks at Zyla and mouths. Zyla shrugs before turning his attention back to the call. I should have said Steve, shouldn't I? And not mouthed it myself.
No problem. Yes, I've ordered an Android assistant for my home. The tracking information you said, yes, says it should have arrived yesterday, but, well, still no Android.
I see. I'm sorry about that. Are you able to confirm the tracking number and the name of the company you used? Then I can look right into this for you.
Yeah, so it's Blexo GKB 4G722, and the company is Palatial Pleasure Bots.
Zyla and Jackson exchange knowing glance. Zyla taps something on the tablet.
Thank you. And you say this was an assistance android?
Yeah, for help with cleaning and stuff.
Of course. So it looks like you have opted out of our increased security scheme, which we highly recommend for packages with the value of 10,000 credits or greater. It's likely being held up somewhere down the line due to this discrepancy. If you can just hold the line for a few moments, I'll be able to update you.
Okay, thanks. It will still have the discrete packaging though, right?
I'll be able to fully update you in just a moment, sir.
Zyla taps on the screen, placing the caller on hold. He looks up at Jackson.
Steve?
Helps him feel comfortable. What do you need, Jax?
Just came to check in on my number one logistics operator.
Yeah, fine. Although if I get one more call from someone that's lost their tracking number, I might actually combust.
I remember now, patience is one of the 5 pillars of great service.
Right. And what about the other 4?
Before Jackson can answer, there's a loud beeping from one of the tablets. Zyla looks to his main screen before realizing it's coming from a different one on his desk.
Oh, priority client. Let's see how you handle this one.
Do you want to take over the...
Yeah, go for it. Zyla composes himself before pressing the loud tablet.
Pan-Galactic Logistics, Zyla speaking. How may I be of assistance?
You have a delivery of mine imminently. Axial tilt, Corin class, category 2 consignment. Sign off on the delivery, make them welcome. It's imperative, however, that they not be allowed to depart the planet.
Zyla looks at Jackson, something resembling fear on his translucent features, and his breathing becomes almost laboured.
Cryptic squits.
Zyla, panicked, pulls the microphone towards himself.
Borat, sir, so resplendent to hear from you. Oh, if you don't mind me asking, that'd be allowed. How...
Of course, sir. Borat, sir, of course. We'll take care of everything for you. Coran class, you say? I'll see to it personally that they get the warmest of welcomes.
Good. I'm putting my faith in your competency. Do not allow it to be misplaced.
I won't let you down. You're,
So see to it you don't. I'll have your families melted if you do. Your kids, parents, cousins, sisters, uncle, thrice removed.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
But before we can finish, the tablet beeps, indicating that Borat has ended the call. Jackson and Zyla look to each other with concerned expressions. The axial tilt, a vessel bearing the scars of... exterior for Rorigal 6 orbit. That's me! The axial tilt, a vessel bearing the scars of countless journeys, limps into orbit around Vorigel 6. One of its ion engines sputters erratically as it slows to a crawl. Through the viewport, the swirling clouds of Oracle 6 paint a mesmerizing canvas. Rivers and oceans shimmer beneath the cloud cover, and the outline of continents hints at the vibrancy of life below. The wary crew of the Axial Tilt, having traversed the vast gulf of space, gaze out at this new world, ready to complete their mission. And I forgot to put, but suddenly... So that's
Nicely
us.
done, boys.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
Super book.
I really enjoyed the Yorkshire turn on the concept.
I know, I love that.
Highlight of the show.
I was really late in figuring out that sort of Adam was changing his voice for the phone calls as the thing. As I was like, that's brilliant. I love that. That's so good.
It was kind of on the fly because I realized as soon as I started speaking as Zyna, I was essentially doing like a more deep voice that as the same as K11. It was just my usual like posh voice. So I needed to do something.
Rough it up a bit.
Really
Good. Well read.
Very good. That was really fun. That was really interesting, really intriguing as well. Nice progression. Very well done, guys.
Yeah, it's true. We kind of knew we wanted to end it at Voragor 6, whether it is arriving on or getting to the orbit of, to give you guys a bit of room to play around with that, I guess. And yeah, it was kind of, I don't know, reading it then, it felt a little bit sort of fillery, kind of, I don't know, but like just trying to keep the pieces in place, I suppose.
I think it adds to the array of tools the gents now at the disposal, so to speak, because now they could have the the military or parcel force, I suppose, at their disposal.
We've got 15 pages. We've got 50 pages to do Voragor 6 and finish it.
Yeah.
You passed the buck, boys.
Yeah. Oh, is that the time?
But hey, Philo and Winnie needed a spotlight point.
No, I think
really.
it was fully appropriate. I feel like we don't necessarily have to shoehorn ourselves into an ending anyway. I don't think realistically.
No.
Next time,
yeah, we'll just like
carry
on
on
to
too.
the time. Yeah, 100%. Just
Got
like
that on recording now there, Butch. We can
Yeah.
Yep. Just music to our ears.
We're just gonna pass the buck to you guys now. We're just gonna go back to the call center for 15 pages.
yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. As just a call center.
Remember, this next 15 pages is going to be amazing, guys. Like that's going to be in our script.
Yeah.
No, but I really liked it. It was really good. It was like I think we've all got a pretty decent handle of the characters. So like I think like from like a outward perspective, like Philo, I quite like that you guys sort of like went with her being sort of like the emotional support kind of character. I know she's the cop, which we learned more about there, that she's on some secret assignment. But like she was supportive of Winnie, which is when I was originally had my 12 pages and I was like, what do I do with my other 3 pages? Like that fight scene between Winnie, it was like turned into a bit of a conversation between Winnie and Philo and mine as well. And I ended up just sort of like cutting it. But it's interesting that you guys went the same way pretty much. That like Philo or Philo, whatever the one I
Classic woman doing all the emotional.
Absolutely.
Emotional support.
Emotional legwork.
Yeah. Who's going to speak to
another
the
woman?
child?
Our one-woman character ever.
Yeah,
She's a cop. She's a cop.
Flip it on its edge. The one character with probably the most agency, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's it.
The one competent, actually competent. I mean, K11's pretty competent, but he's not a man or a woman. So.
What was that Philo slip from K11's? Was that her last name that he happens to know now?
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's probably like is fully knowledgeable about what she's up to.
Was it also like a joke that because Luke had said they're all Japanese, like, or was it just was it meant to be like?
I think it was earnest on his part.
Was it? Yeah, I was trying to work out. Was it?
She was Japanese from the moment that I met that. That's where the name comes from.
I know you said in the first episode they were Japanese, so I was just wondering whether it was Phil making a joke or whether it was you.
Oh no, that was
revealing
that
the name.
That was all Williams. Yeah, it's Luke's revelation, I guess.
And who? Sorry, who wrote the
Me.
the character with the sector? Yeah.
What, the Place Your Pleasure box?
Yeah.
That masterpiece was all Philly.
Definitely, yeah, vintage Phil, that one, yeah. Sorry. Didn't quite fit, but I kind of just wanted it in there.
It's great.
I figured that's what people. That's how people would
That's what the audience want.
entertain themselves in space.
Yeah. I do
It's
like
for
that. It's
cleaning
like there's like a spice. I like that everything we write has a spice of humor to it. But I think it's like that's going to be the case because like we're trying to make ourselves laugh. But I think the humor in this one's been sort of like the most consistent out of all our things. Is that like I think the K11 jokes always make me laugh. Like the classic boo boo sort of thing is just like the best. I love K11. K11 is such a good character.
I liked you hamming it up for Greg being wounded as well. That was
Yeah, I like that. I like
it's
Greg.
broken.
Yeah, Greg's personification is just hilarious as well. I do love Greg as well. I love them all in all fairness. They're really good. So you didn't want to tackle Vex Russo. You left that for us as well. So.
No, so we spoke about that. We kind of figured because he had such an emotive kind of last scene, it kind of needs to be quite a big return for him. I think.
Yeah,
if it was a movie, he'd appear at like a critical point, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I kind of like that as well.
What kind of point exactly would you say?
Climax.
Vivid detail.
Oh no, something bad's about to happen. Vex.
So yeah, that's why we've left here. We don't need to spin for anything, do we?
No, not at all. So it's going to be. I'll pitch in where I can if you guys want me to, but all I'm telling you is that I'm unavailable tomorrow. I'm unavailable Tuesday and I'm unavailable on Wednesday. So, and then the script's meant to be due on Thursday because Phil's leaving on Friday. So, I'm pretty useless.
What about if we get it to you in like a near finished state on Thursday, and then you can just finish it off on Thursday
at work.
I'll do whatever. Give me whatever you want on Thursday, and I'll finish it up.
I was also going to say, if you've got any immediate like thoughts or bullet points right now to start with, do that as well.
Why don't you
it.
let me and Phil
We'll
go?
do the stuff in the middle.
Or you three or two can have a natter about it.
Or we just all crack open a Monster Energy and fucking go through now.
It's all about the grind, boys. It's all about the grind.
I think it's too significant an undertaking to finish. Personally, I think it's.
Yeah, I think just try and find some sort of cliffhanger or end point, but not like it feels too much result.
We'd have to be married to the movie thing. Like that was just something
you've got
at the start essentially. But
you got to land on the planet, which is going to take 2 or 3 pages.
Absolutely, 100%.
And then you've got Borad, who's asked these guys to keep
them on there.
The crew on thing, but I guess that's potentially got to play out in some way. Maybe not. Maybe you could skip beyond that point. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's Vex Russo and his kind of shadowy, kind of the voice in his ear sort of thing. Yeah. And the resolution between the Vex and the Winnie of it all. So, and there's Giant Sphere floating around that we're not even with.
Yeah. So. Giant Sphere. Philo, what's Philo's secret assignment? Vex Russo, what has he meant to intercept? Because I think that
Who is Philo?
Philo, Philo Futukawa.
Who is Greg's father?
Greg's father is another one, which is
some of that stuff doesn't need to be resolved.
No,
I mean, this is marks for the second movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think the father stuff needs to be touched whatsoever. But I think I think 15 pages we'll just take it where it wants to go essentially, and then finish it there if we even manage it, because it's a tight squeeze. In fairness,
don't put pressure on yourselves. Like it's not a problem at all if you don't do it Thursday.
So you're off on Friday, Phil.
Yeah.
So we should definitely just have a call anyway if we don't manage to finish it.
That sounds good. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm in for that. That sounds fun.
Sounds like a plan.
But we will finish it because we're legends. But,
legends. Adam's brewer is on the case. But,
and if you don't, I can do a 15-page cram, but it'll be utterly shit on Thursday.
No. It'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I have complete faith in the Adams boo and. And the Yollers, Rob.
Thanks for adding me. Thanks for considering me that.
Let's see what you come up with.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's been a really fun one in this one actually.
Well,
so till next time. Should we end the call?
Yeah,
not the call. Just the.
If Phil, in the event that we don't get to do this before you leave, say goodbye to the audience.
Yep.
Goodbye to the audience.
Bye, our respective girlfriends. Bye.